What's going on? Summer Solstice Indigenous Festival, big shout out. Thank you for inviting me to be here. This is my 5th year in a row. I love working with the Summer Solstice Festival. They've been a big deal and part of my career. The song that you're listening to right now is called Behold the Pale Horse off of Stoic's album Pareidolia. The video is available on all platforms, YouTube. The video just dropped, go check that out. Featuring Plex and Dreezus and myself. I hope you enjoy the show. Thank you for tuning in with us. I go by the name of Jah'kota. They're still locking us up, we'll never be defeated. The only chains around my neck are medallions beaded. Our treaties are broken, these lands are unceded. They use us as tokens, we're still being mistreated. They're always selling us a dream that we don't believe in. Until we have our own government, we'll never be even. They didn't know that white paper dissolves in the rain, and all their weapons and bullets can fight a hurricane. Our Mother Earth is dying, can you feel her grieving? Without all of our trees, ain't none of us breathing. I put my prayers to the sky and my tobacco down. Life is a ceremony, so let the drums sound. Wash day. Like I mentioned, I go by the name of Justin Jah'kota Wholeness. And big shout out to the Summer Solstice Festival for inviting me to be part of their platform. You know, they were able to pivot and go live stream. I think that's really amazing that we're still able to bring this music and this culture and this time of year to the people. So big shout out to the Summer Solstice Festival. You know, I of course want to pay homage and thank the creator for this moment in time, for blessing me with this music career. I feel so grateful to be able to share my music and my stories with the people and with the community. And I also want to pay homage to the traditional territory of the Algonquin people, our relatives here in the Ottawa region. And thank you to the audience, to everybody who's tuning in. You know, you're very important. And through these quarantine times, I know how difficult it is, and music is that medicine. And so I really hope to inspire you today. I really hope to give you some motivation and some encouragement through these difficult times. I really feel like there's the light at the end of the tunnel right now. I really feel like I'm starting to see some hope. You know, there's certain provinces that are starting to open up. I'm really grateful for that. But this is a beautiful time of year. June is, you know, the Summer Solstice Festival for Indigenous people. It's an important time in the calendar. And we're transitioning into a new season. And summer is one of my favorite seasons. And so I'm really grateful for that. And I just really think that I feel grateful to be able to perform my music and provide some type of inspiration through these COVID times. I was, for those who don't know me, I was born and raised in Winnipeg, and I moved to Ottawa in 2010. So Ottawa's been my home ever since. And my mother is from Saskatchewan, born and raised, and she's part of the Jah'kota Assiniboine people. And we're part of the Ocean Man First Nation Treaty 4 territory. And so my mother, you know, moved to Regina, to the city. This is where she met my dad. And my dad is from Kingston, Jamaica. And my dad has been an artist most of his life, and he was DJing at a party, and my mom was there. And my mom actually ended up spilling her drink all over his records, and that's how they ended up meeting. Long story short, they moved to Winnipeg, started a family. So there's myself. Shout out to my sister, Kelsey Wholeness. She's my younger sister by 3 years. But I also have a brother on my dad's side. So shout out to Kevin Wholeness, Dawn, Kia, and Cairo. That's my brother's wife and 2 kids, my niece and nephew. And that moment when my brother had, you know, his first child, it really changed my life. And you'll hear that come out in some of my music. And so my mother and my father both have been nurturing me throughout my life with positivity and love. And so I feel very grateful that I grew up in a healthy environment. And because of that, I'm able to take those lessons and life experiences and do something better with it and try to evolve and level everybody up. And that's really my goals and intentions with my music, is to provide an opportunity to inspire you, to encourage you to be the best version of yourself. And when we can find that self-healing, that's when we can help the next generation, is when we heal ourselves, so that when we are ready to have that next kin, they're already cleaner as a result of the work that you did. And I learned that from Andrew Menard, so shout out to Andrew Menard. Another thing I wanted to highlight, you know, before I get into this next record, is I have 3 grandmothers. And I really like sharing that part of my story because it's really important. 3 grandmothers growing up for me, I always felt special. I always felt it was unique that I got 3 grandmothers. I was always like, wow, who else got 3 grandmothers? And so I felt so grateful for that, and that's just on my mom's side. And one of my grandmothers, Laura Big Eagle, she actually had to fight for our land back. And just to take one step back, all 3 of my grandmothers attended residential school. And not just them, I have aunties and uncles who also attended residential school. So that experience is personal for me. And so my grandmother, you know, throughout her older ages, she had to fight for our land back. And so she helped reestablish Oshaman in 1990. And so she became the first chief of Oshaman. So that's the first female chief of Oshaman First Nation, but we were also the first all-female chief and council in Canada. And so for me, learning that history about my family and where I come from, that's where I get a lot of my sense of pride, is that I come from a background of strong, powerful women who fought for their rights and fought for their land back so that they can raise their kids and the future generation in a healthier environment. So I'm really grateful for that opportunity from my grandmother. And so I really like sharing that aspect of my story so that people understand where I come from. People understand why I represent our Indigenous people. And my whole life, 3 grandmothers, there's my mother, and the grandmother that actually founded Oshaman, her daughter, my Auntie Connie, which is like my mom's closest relative, my Auntie Connie is currently chief right now, and my auntie has always been part of my life since I was born, and I have a very close relationship with her too. And so again, I think that's just an important example to make, that I've been raised with matriarchs. The matrilineal community ways of living is normal for me. And so as I became a man, having healthy relationships with women is natural for me, as I'm just more comfortable with my relationships with women because I was raised by strong, powerful women. So I just wanted to touch on that story as I move into this next record. And my music career, you know, has been unique for me. I feel very grateful for it. And, you know, I've dropped 4 albums, and the last album called Woke was actually nominated for Best Rap Hip Hop Album of the Year for the 2019 Indigenous Music Awards. So I was really grateful to achieve a nomination in my lifetime, in my career. And on top of that, my single Woke on the album Woke was also, it reached #1 on the Indigenous Music Countdown. So big shout out to all the love and support and all my fans out there who've been supporting my career and supporting my music. And that album titled Woke is a state of consciousness. It's a state of understanding who you are and where you come from. It's a state of knowing where you want to go and what you want to be. It's understanding your truth. And so Woke, the album, was really significant in my career. It really helped me with that tipping point. And one of the songs that I'll be performing for you on that album is called Full Moon. And Full Moon is featuring Alberlyn Garretson Hill on the second verse. So shout out to LB. I've been working with her for a long time, and she's done a lot of incredible things with her music career as well. So I'm grateful that she's featured on this record. But Full Moon, to me, is a representation that I feel like this is my time. I feel like I'm claiming my space. I feel like it's a new era. And I really just feel that new moon is a time to remind us of our relationship to the land and that Indigenous people are here to stay and we're here on the rise. So I hope you enjoy this record, Full Moon, off of my album, Woke. Yeah. You can hear the wolves, that means it's a full moon. Mother Nature's law didn't come from the courtroom. The tribe is like a wolf pack howling at the moon. That #1 spot, we're coming, so make room. It's a full moon. I'm not compliant. I'm far from a slave. This is a new revolution. We're on a whole other phase. Yeah, I broke from the shackles. This is the land of the brave. I gotta thank the Creator for this life that He saved. I'm manifesting my dreams into this physical life. We gotta restore the balance. Red, black, yellow, and white. Yeah, that internal flame. It's time for us to ignite And this music's my legacy, it's the story I write. All our cultural teachings help us to revitalize. If we can work together, then together we'll rise. The more people, more power, so let's reorganize and inspire the minds to help us indigenize. I'm representing the tribe, it's the people that matter, trying to help the community to avoid a disaster. So stage after stage, I'm the one haters are after. And page after page, another song, a new chapter. You'll hear the wolves, that means it's a full moon. Mother Nature's law didn't come from the courtroom. The tribe is like a wolf pack howling at the moon. That number one spot, we're coming, so make room. It's a full moon. Yo, if you vibing with me on the other side of the internet, howl like a wolf if you feel the vibe. Watch day. So I appreciate that. That's off my last album, Woke. And I just recently dropped an album called The Resurgence. And The Resurgence is an important time. And I feel grateful that I've been able to witness the resurgence of our indigenous people. And The Resurgence for me was an important project to do because I really want to capture this moment in time. And The Resurgence to me is so significant because I've been able to witness young people at the earliest age be raised on the powwow trail. Young people at the earliest age learning their traditional language, learning ceremony, and growing up with that. I think Thielen Kiknasaway is a great example of the resurgence. And so shout out to Thielen's parents as well, Elaine Kiknasaway, for guiding Thielen in his journey. It's really significant. So the resurgence, I think, is really important. And a lot of the tracks on this album, I'm really trying to do two things. I'm trying to, one, acknowledge the truth that there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. But the second thing I'm trying to do is project into the future. A future where indigenous people have a strong sense of belonging, our culture is revitalized, our people are thriving, our people are rising, self-determination and sovereignty, self-government, all these type of things are able to be achieved in our lifetime. And so the resurgence, I really wanted to capture that moment in time. And so, like I mentioned, those are the two things I'm trying to accomplish with this album, and I dropped it on February 14th, which was Valentine's Day. And I'm really trying to spread more love into this world, so that was intentional. And so this first song I'm gonna perform for you, it's called Heal From It. And I share true stories that I've gone through in my life. And I just think that the truth needs to be told. As much as we're here to celebrate the beauty of indigenous people, the summer solstice, our resilience, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. And we're still trying to heal from a lot of the trauma that we've experienced. So I hope you enjoy this record, and I hope it can bring you some sense of healing. Jah'kota. We're living in a time where our people are thriving, our people are rising. It's a beautiful thing. But the reality is there's still a lot of work that needs to be done, and we're still on our healing journey. So we're gonna need your help. We're still trying to heal from it. Suicide, we're still trying to heal from it. Missing and murdered, we're still trying to heal from it. Intergenerational trauma, we're trying to heal from it. To know the truth helps us heal from it. To tell our stories helps us heal from it. To learn our language helps us heal from it. So stay strong, let the song help us heal from it. It's gonna take at least 7 generations to heal the damage done caused by colonization. It's time that we change this patriarch legislation. We need the matriarchs to step into the occupation. For this to truly work, we need a new proclamation. United Nations Declaration, self-determination. Let's build economical wealth on a reservation. Transition off the Indian Act takes coordination. There's still a lot of work to be done. That's why I'm vocal. Every time I see our people succeed, I'm feeling hopeful, cause now is the time for the resurgence of our people. It's time to buy our land back in order to be equal. It's so unfortunate, that's the way that it's gonna be. Reconnecting to the land, we shouldn't have to pay a fee. Start stacking up your dollars, let's build an economy. If I have to die trying, that's the way it's gonna be. Let's do this. We're still trying to heal from it.
Suicide, we're still trying to heal from it. Missing and murder, we're still trying to heal from it. Intergenerational trauma, we're trying to heal from it.
For real though.
To know the truth helps us heal from it.
Story, man.
To tell our stories helps us heal from it.
Truth.
To learn our language helps us heal from it. So stay strong, let this song help us heal from it. Investing all my time for the youth will always be worth it. Too many with anxiety, they need love and it's urgent. Let me tell you a story about this kid with depression. I brought him to the studio to record his first session. The music was his medicine, now things are looking up. Now he's repping for his people and he's never given up. That's a resurgence. When we make their dreams become real, that's a resurgence. Every time we help our kids to heal. Let me tell you a story about this young man's mother. Yo, she moved off for the res and then she found herself a lover. 2 kids in the house, she set goals to break the cycle. She changed her whole world cause she refused to be idle. Now both of her kids grew up in a loving environment. I'm telling you these stories cause to me they're so inspiring. The moral of the story is the future is our kids. We need more love in this world so we can help each other live. Let's do this. We're still trying to heal from it. Suicide, we're still trying to heal from it. Missing and murdered, we're still trying to heal from it. Intergenerational trauma, we're trying to heal from it. To know the truth helps us heal from it. To tell our stories helps us heal from it. To learn our language helps us heal from it. So stay strong, let this song help us heal from it.
Wash day. Appreciate that. Now this next song I'm going to perform, it's called Tobacco Down, Prayers Up. And the moral of this song is to really provide more inspiration. You know, our tobacco goes down for everybody who's murdered and missing. Our tobacco goes down for the suicide rates. Rest in peace, Kelly Fraser. Our tobacco goes down for everybody on their healing journey. Our prayers goes up to that healing and that work that we need to do. Our prayers go up for the Creator to give us the guidance and the strength that we need to overcome. And I really want to remind you of something. We're resilient. It's in our DNA. We are built to survive. Don't ever forget that. So no matter what you're experiencing in your life, remember that you were born resilient. And if you're going through struggles and tribulations in your life, you're going through difficult times, please resort to your culture, to your teachings, talk to somebody. Change your mindset. Do whatever you can. Listen to something positive. Be careful of the type of music you listen to so that it doesn't continue to re-trigger you on the path that you're on. So find something positive, and I think Indigenous music, Indigenous artists are doing a lot of that. So it's a great genre to start with. So I also want to say, a big congratulations and a big shout out to all of the artists and performers who are part of this Summer Solstice Festival. It's been a great time to collaborate. I wish I could have saw you in the flesh, but we're here now, and we're trying to spread love through the internet, and that's the goal. So this next song is called Tobacco Down, Prayers Up, off of my The Resurgence album.
Jah'kota. Resurgence. This song
is dedicated to everyone in the physical world, everyone in the spirit world, and everything else in between.
Thank you, Creator. Tobacco down, prayers up. Rest in paradise to everyone whose time is up. Tobacco down, prayers up. I know life can be hard, but keep your heads up. Tobacco down, prayers up. The only time I'm looking down is just to help you up. Tobacco down, prayers up. Live your life to the fullest until our time's up. I take my time, tobacco down. I gotta thank Creator for all the blessings in my life and everything it's made of. Everything that I achieved is cause I believed. Sacrificing for the culture, that's the way I bleed. We gotta apply more pressure if we want sovereignty. Cause we're protectors of the land, that's our identity. We have to free our mind if we want true autonomy. Indigenomics help each other out of poverty. We live in a world where racism still exists. We're all human beings, it shouldn't matter if we're mixed. How we're supposed to fix all these walls that are made of bricks. I'm so busy trying to navigate to change these politics. I'm ahead of my time, that's how I've always been. We survived against the odds, so I sit back and grin. Yo, I do this for the culture and my future kin. What goes around comes back around, that's how the world spins. Tobacco down, prayers up. Rest in paradise to everyone whose time is up. Tobacco down, prayers up. I know life can be hard, but keep your heads up. Tobacco down, prayers up. The only time I'm looking down is just to help you up. Tobacco down, prayers up. Let's go. Live your life to the fullest until our time's up. I gotta thank Creator for this life that He blessed me. Every struggle I go through, I know that He's just trying to test me. I'm learning all my lessons, I'm just trying to be the best me. I stay true to myself, and so these lies never stress me. So much knowledge in the teachings the elders keep passing down. Try to turn them into music just to keep them safe and sound. Your feathers are a gift to help your prayers to reach the clouds. To all our women leaders, wear your headdress loud and proud, cause the matriarch will soon replace the patriarch. I promise to protect you, I'm here to do my part. And all the struggles we go through, let's turn that into art. Cause when we practice self-love, that's how we heal the heart. I'm feeling young, even though I'm getting older now. It's time to stop the war and put the weapons down. We gotta keep spreading the love and overcoming evil. I always speak my truth, that's why I carry this eagle. Tobacco down, prayers up. Rest in paradise to everyone whose time is up. Tobacco down, prayers up. I know life can be hard, but keep your heads up. Tobacco down, prayers up. The only time I'm looking down is just to help you up. Tobacco down, prayers up. Live your life to the fullest until our time's up.
Appreciate that. It's honestly one of my favorite songs on the album, Tobacco Down, Prayers Up. I really feel a strong connection to it. And I really love the balance between, the future perspectives, sovereignty, and matriarch conversation, but also paying homage to the work that still needs to be done. So I love this album, and that's why I dropped it on Valentine's Day, to really spread more love. And the last song on the Resurgence album, it's called The Creator. And it's intentional that I made a song titled The Creator because I want to make sure that the Creator knows and He hears me of how grateful I am for this life that I've been living. I want to make sure that the Creator hears me and understands how much gratitude I have in my life for all the blessings that the Creator has given me, my family, my loved ones, my friends. And so I made this song to really remind everybody out there that even through hard times, the Creator is there. Every single thing that we go through is a lesson. Some of them are harder than others, but everything is a lesson. And so when you understand that there's no such thing as problems, if there's a solution, there never was a problem in the first place. If you remember that we are born and in our DNA, we are made resilient, you're going to get through it. And no matter what, you're going to be stronger as a result. You're going to learn something new about yourself that's going to help you survive. And so I made this song called The Creator to remind everybody that even through difficult times, we still have to give thanks. And even through those good times, we still have to give thanks and celebrate this life that we have. So I hope you enjoy it. It's titled The Creator off the Resurgence album. Jah'kota. I'm just gonna let this one breathe.
Boogie the beat.
Through all the lows and all your highs, the Creator's got you. We survived the genocide, cause the creators got you. I know the dark times can be hard, just don't let them stop you. Cause everything you do in life, our ancestors watch you. They got your back no matter what, the creators got you. And when it's time to leave this planet, let Creator guide you. And when your loved ones pass away, remember what they taught you. I'm just here to help remind you, the Creator's got you. The day that I hit rock bottom, Creator saved me. When I became an uncle, that moment forever changed me. I had to self-reflect, what kind of man am I to be? When both my niece and nephew will one day look up to me, I started learning my own history, how our people were mistreated. They try to kill our race, but we remain undefeated. Your culture helped me heal, there's teachings I had to learn. To live a better life is just something I had to earn. Your music is my outlet, it's how I tell my story. To live your best life, balance is mandatory. The Creator saved my life, and that life can be yours too. That's why I wrote the song with the intentions to inspire you. Through all the lows and all your highs, the Creator's got you. We survived the genocide, cause the Creator's got you. I know the dark times can be hard, just don't let them stop you. Cause everything you do in life, our ancestors watch you. They got your back no matter what, the Creator's got you. And when it's time to leave this planet, let Creator guide you. And when your loved ones pass away, remember what they taught you. I'm just here to help remind you, the Creator's got you. I'm so grateful for this music career. Too many people in this world are motivated by fear. I started out with nothing, but then I persevered. So many days I felt like just giving up, but then I made it here. Cause everything that doesn't kill you helps to make you strong. I'm trying to make something positive to help you carry on. I've seen so many live and die, man, it makes me cry. And then I get down on my knees and ask Creator why. He said get back up on your feet, don't let their story die. I know it's hard to live in this world, but we all gotta try. And so I prayed to the Creator, please give me a sign. The reply was the truth is inside, and that's for you to find. Through all the lows and all your highs, the Creator's got you. We survived the genocide, cause the Creator's got you. I know the dark times can be hard, just don't let them stop you. Cause everything you do in life, our ancestors watch you. They got your back no matter what, the Creator's got you. And when it's time to leave this planet, let Creator guide you. And when your loved ones pass away, remember what they taught you. I'm just here to help remind you, the Creator's got you. One love to everyone in the world.
This is the resurgence.
Find your balance.
Find your truth.
Live your best life.
Wash day. So this album is available online on all social media platforms. And I'm just going to give a quick plug here. I'm the owner and founder of Tribe Music. And Tribe Music is the first Indigenous-owned, profit-sharing music streaming platform. Streaming platforms currently pay per stream. And so it's really difficult for emerging artists to make a living through their music, through streaming platforms. And so for the first time, I was thinking about how can I solve this problem? Especially with my career, I've been working with, young artists, trying to help them break into the music industry. I had to figure out how can I solve this problem? How can we make a living doing what we love and loving what we do? And so I did everything on my own. I went in, I learned how to make a website, I learned how to make a platform, I figured out my e-commerce, and I launched the first Indigenous-owned profit-sharing music streaming platform. So Tribe Music, and Tribe is spelled with a 1 instead of an I, tr1bemusic.com. And on there, you can subscribe to your favorite artist that's currently on the platform, and they're directly going to receive the support, the investment that you make. It's a profit-sharing platform, so I'm really excited about that. And every subscription that you get access to the entire music catalog. So we're constantly onboarding new artists. We're constantly onboarding new music, and it's really cool because some artists have exclusive content that they haven't released anywhere else and only available on Tribe Music. And I'm actually one of those artists. I got some songs on my platform that's only available on Tribe Music. And so go check that out when you get a chance if you want to support myself or anybody that's on that platform, tribemusic.com. And this last song that I want to perform for you is called Mother's Day. And I have to give a big shout out to my brother, teammate, Jacob. Little story, I was in the studio and I was working with a young person from the Urban Aboriginal High School. And my dad has a guitar that he didn't know what to do with, and so I told him I would love to inherit that. And so I have that guitar in my studio, and I don't know how to play the guitar. I plan on learning one day, but currently I don't know how to play the guitar. And one of the kids that came into the studio, he picked up the guitar and he started to play some riffs. We plugged it into my setup in the studio, and he was playing a few riffs, and we recorded some of those riffs. And after that, I took one of the riffs that really connected with me, and I made this amazing instrumentation. I really enjoyed it. And so I was vibing in the studio, and then Teammate was coming through. I was helping him with his album. We were trying to record his album in the studio. And he was vibing when he came in. I mean, he was feeling the vibe. And so we started kind of bouncing ideas back and forth. And, instead of it just being a fun, positive track, we're like, yo, he made the idea that we should dedicate it to our mothers. And so we wrote this song as a dedication to all of our mothers. And I'm so grateful that I even have a mother in my life, because that's not always the reality for some of our people. And so I'm grateful for my mother, Cleo Big Eagle, for raising me to be the man that I am today. So thank you, Mom. And I also want to dedicate this song to all the other mothers out there who are raising their kids, who are doing their best, who are raising sons, who are raising daughters, who are maybe raising grandchildren. I want to give a big shout out to all of our mothers out there who are working hard to help raise the future generation. So I hope you enjoy this record. This is the first time that I'm performing this record ever. It just dropped a few weeks ago, so bear with me on it. But it's a fun record. It's a positive vibe, and I hope you enjoy it. So shout out to all the mothers out there and all the matriarchs. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, Jah'kota. Hey yo, hey yo, hey, hey yo, hey. It's a dedication to all the mothers out there. Hey yo, hey yo, hey. Keep your head up. Hey yo, hey. You got sons who love you. Hey yo, hey yo, hey. Everything you've done for me, everything you do for me, you were always there for me. Always. Every single day should be Mother's Day. All the love you give to me, all the hard times you would fight for me, the hard times, sacrifice your life for me. Every single day should be Mother's Day. L-O-V-E to the moms with sons. She gave my spirit life like the sound of the drum. She worked so hard just to get the job done, to change the world. She's where I get that from. She's always there for me through the highs and the lows. Who made it through the hard times. She's my concrete rose. She made my life better, that's the way the story goes. I'm trying to be the best for her, hoping that it shows. When life gets dark, she helped me find my light. As long as we have each other, we'll be alright. And I know it's out of love every time that we fight. I'm a better man now, cause she raised me right. And that's a true sign of a mother who's strong. I want the whole world to know, that's why I wrote this song. She made sacrifices to make a better life for us. Mom is my matriarch, she's my life force. Everything you've done for me, everything you do for me, you were always there for me. Every single day should be Mother's Day. All the love you give to me, all the hard times you would fight for me, you sacrificed your life for me. Every single day should be Mother's Day. Everything you've done for me, everything you do for me, you were always there for me. Every single day should be Mother's Day. All the love you give to me, through the hard times you would fight for me, you sacrificed your life for me. Every single day should be Mother's Day. Shout out to all the mothers out there. Every single day should be Mother's Day. Real talk. So again, I thank you for your time. I thank you for tuning in. Again, I go by the name of Justin Jah'kota Wholeness. You can find me on all streaming platforms, on all social media at Jah'kota Music. I encourage you to go to tribemusic.com, support an artist, link up, and get access to our catalog. And again, I want to thank the Summer Solstice Festival for doing a great job. And thank you to everybody behind the scenes who are helping make this happen through these quarantine times. So thank you to all the sound and tech and Rogers TV and everybody who's involved in making this event happen. I'm really grateful for that. So thank you to all of our listeners. Thank you to everybody who is watching. Wash Day, one love.